of times since January. So yeah, but I like having pads on, so it's cool.
Jordan, what was it like watching your rookie teammates, Kobe Durant, make those plays? And would you say he's already growing up fast in front of your eyes?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Really from OTAs, I knew he was a special talent, and I knew what he was capable of. And we're only just he's only not even scratching the surface of what he could be. But yeah, he's a special talent for sure. I love Kobe.
Jordan, when you say you're not where you want to be, what's your time frame for when you want to be right?
Yeah, I don't have one. Yeah, I'm just taking it day by day, honestly.
Are you optimistic by that September 8th opener?
Hopefully, prayerfully. Yeah, God willing.
Is that realistic?
Could be. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
Jordan, what's it like to be out there helping some of the younger players while you're doing your rehab?
Yeah, it's great. That's what I love to do also. Just any way I can, just helping my teammates and stuff make plays. And seeing them make those plays is really, really fun to me. But I would say a lot of them they've learned the defense and started making plays on their own, which is really, really cool to see. So yeah, they're a special group.
So are you at a point where you can be out there and not be thinking about your knee or anything, or are you still kind of treading water with that a little bit?
I would say some days are better than others. But I do think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in terms of getting through it, I don't know if you've ever had an injury like that.
Yeah.
You just get to a point where you find you're not thinking about it anymore and you're just playing?
Yeah, I think that's where you get to. I had an injury in college that I rehabbed a whole offseason through, and I think that's the point you get to, is just reaching that point. You just try to get there.
How much are you enjoying being out there with Taylor and Nick, and you guys kind of getting that chemistry together?
It's great. Those are my guys. I feel like we have great chemistry already, just building off of last year, the past couple of years. So yeah, just building off that, shooting ideas off of one each other, and yeah, just growing.
Jordan, you got to know Troy a little bit as a rookie, and what's it like having him back? Is he the same to you? Is he different at all?
He's great. He's where he's supposed to be. I'll say that. That's for sure. Yeah, he's just a playmaker. That's what he's always been, and that's what he'll always will be, I think. He's been making plays nonstop already in these few days of practice, so we're really happy he's back, and I'm sure he's happy he's back too.
When you have a guy who does have that sense of being back where he feels like he belongs, but he did miss out last year, do you feel that sort of competitiveness from him, wanting to make sure he's pushing to get you guys back so he can have that experience with all of you?
I think so, but I think his approach is just taking things day by day. He was a year out of the defense, so kind of just relearning, and the little tweaks that we did have, he's learning those and figuring out where he has opportunities to make plays. So I think that's where his feet are and where his mind is at right now.
Jordan, just a couple more. Speaking of making plays, Bobby Wagner, what are you seeing?
Hall of Fame talent. You see all the plays he makes on the field, but I would say he's a better teammate. He's definitely taken a lot of us under his wing, and just you can just see the leader he is. He has an aura about him that he's been around for a long time. You can ask him a whole bunch of questions, but he's a team-first guy too. At the same time, he's gonna make his plays, but team first. That's what I love about him.
Jordan, when you've got rookies like Kobe and also Darion making plays in the first week of training camp, what can that do for a confidence for a first-year player like that? I'm sure you probably had a similar experience as well.
I mean, it means the world, and especially that happening early is just. This you have those NFL jitters, and once you get those out of the way, it's just how can I get better after that? It's I know I belong, so that's what I look forward to for them.
You talked about last one mentally with the injury. What's helping you? What's working mentally? Are you doing anything different?
I would say being able to be out here with the guys and play football and reacting to stuff. Whereas you're not thinking, but you just have to react. I mean, that's kind of how you build confidence and just getting overall strength and capacity in it and stuff.
All set. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan.
Appreciate the time.
How you doing?
Tyler Higbee. How's it feel to be back in pads and kind of first day of school for real this time?
Yeah, it feels good. Football's played with pads on, so it's good to throw them back on and get out here and compete. Yeah, I think we got the right guys. You know, I mean, it all starts up top with Sean. He's such a great leader, and I think we got the organization does a good job bringing the right guys in here, having the right mindset, and it's a new year. Last year's behind us, and trying to just stack blocks and go do it again this year.
Tyler, what do you get the most out of camp for you?
I'm sorry?
What do you get the most out of camp?
You know, I'm obviously coming off a knee surgery, so, you know, getting back into everything and shaking some of that rust off, getting out here competing. You know, it's I joke with people, it's eat, sleep, poop, football for, you know, 18 days straight. So, you know, just getting those repetitions and being able to hone in on the offense, the slight details that you might have lost in the offseason, or, you know, certain things change. As the game develops, things are going to change offensively, so we got to adapt as well to what defenses are doing. So some slight changes here, and, you know, just honing in on everything and making sure we're peaking at the right time week one.
Jordan was just telling us for his injury, sometimes it gets between the ears. For you, did you go through that, or are you still going through that?
You know, I think I do a pretty good job of being able to you know, put that aside and understand and try to trust the process. At times it can get a little tough. You know, you want to be doing certain things that you were doing prior to an injury, and sometimes those take time. Sometimes you're going to have to battle through certain things, and you know, it's about being mentally tough, and for me at least, and you know, fighting through some of that stuff, and trusting these guys that they got my best in interest, and you know, just getting back to what I do.
When you say mentally tough, Tyler, can you expand on that? It's different for everybody.
Yeah, no doubt. I just put my nose down and work. You know, that's just kind of you know, certain adversity is going to hit everybody different ways. And my thing is just whenever that does happen, putting my head down and going back to work. So.
Tyler, I understand you guys are all still working on installing places and feeling each other out, but with Allen on the field, what does the spacing feel like when you guys are on the field at the same time and you guys are interconnecting?
Yeah, I mean, watching him out here, obviously see him come in the OTAs, and admired his game from film, from afar, you know, when he was in Chicago and Jacksonville, but you know, seeing the type of guy that he is and how he works, he's, again, one of those guys that this organization brings in, and he's a special player, and I'm excited to see him in this offense this year.
I guess to follow up on that, like, obviously some of this stuff is timing and some of it is getting that rhythm, but when you guys are, you know, running your routes at the same time, do you guys kind of have a sense of where he is, and kind of what is that sense?
Yeah, I think some of the best players, you know, they have a feel for the game, you know, feel of where guys are and bodies are. That's one of the reasons that makes Matthew so special, is he's got that feel of the game where he can understand where guys are, where they're going to be, and without actually having to see them all the time, as you guys have seen. So yeah, I mean, and then again, that's part of training camp, is coming out here, being able to get these reps over a day after day after day, and you know, honing in on the offense, and then you kind of gel together, and again, being able to peak at the right time week one.
It's been mentioned that both Allen and Cooper can kind of do similar things, you know, as far as being able to run and, you know, the whole route tree and things like that. Are there ways that you can kind of see how those mismatches, or at least having two guys like that, can stress the defense already for a defense?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, we've had some, you know, some guys in the past. Robert, now I want to talk about the past with Robert Woods, Odell, those guys, you know, doing special things in the offense, and I think Allen is one of these elite receivers in the NFL that is able to, you know, do a lot of those special things. So excited.
There's only a couple more practices this year where you'll be with fans. Does it bring a juice, or is it white?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're out here without the fans, trying to kind of throw some music on. You know, kind of have to internally kind of get some of that intrinsic motivation going, and sometimes it might be a lull day. You're feeling sore, tired, but you know, having them out here is, with the energy, it's awesome. So.
Thomas Brown looks like he really likes to be involved in the drills. What's it been like working with him so far, and sort of that dynamic coaching?
Yeah, he's great. You know, I mean, he played at Georgia, so he's still a younger guy too. So he's still got some juice to him. But yeah, it's great having him in the room. I'm excited, and he's a great coach.
Another way to Blanton and Hopkins, and get some always seeing him grown throughout training camp so far.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they did some great things at the end of last year, and hopefully, you know, got some confidence. You know, being able to build off of that. again, that's last year, and that's, again, coming here to work at camp. It's stacking those days, day in, day out, every rep, and just continuing to build on that. We're going to need them this year. They're going to be a big part of this offense, so I'm excited they're coming along.
All set?
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Great quote also.
Good luck, teacher.
Eat, sleep, football.
That was pretty great.
So good.
McVay.
Okay, you guys go ahead.
Sean.
It was good. You know, it's like anything else. You know, there's definitely going to be a lot of things. You know, the guys came out, they competed to the best of their ability. There was a lot of really good plays on both sides, and then there was some sloppy football. You know, a lot of things that we need to get cleaned up. Stuff that, you know, I expect better from our team, but there was a lot of positives. You know, it's the old cliche. You go back and look at the film, but there was enough stuff that I expect us just to be a sharper overall outfit, and I trust that tomorrow will be a step in the right direction. But I don't want to minimize. There was a lot of really good plays from some younger players, some high-level ball on defense and on offense, a lot of different situations. So a lot of things that we can coach off of and learn from this tape.
Are you referring to some of the miscues maybe on offense in terms of saying that? Or
Necessarily, you know, just pre-snap penalties, you know, whether it's, you know, not being on the same page offensively, jumping off sides defensively, things that, you know, the disciplined teams do a good job of avoiding. And, you know, the easy thing is to say, well, it's still early in camp, but, you know, I expect more from our team than that. And so I have no doubt that our guys will respond the right way. They'll be intentional about looking at this film, figuring out how we can be a little bit better with our focus and concentration, and eliminate some of the things that take no talent to be able to get fixed.
Tackling wise, it looked like there's an emphasis on keeping guys on their feet like there usually is, but maybe scaled back a little bit in terms of delivering some of those hits. Was that by design for the first day?
Yeah, you know, we never really go tackle in any of these settings, Stu, but we do, you know, we practice smartly thudding guys up, don't want any kind of side shots, still attacking at the football, and there was a lot of really good examples of that. I thought the guys' overall practice etiquette was what we're hunting up, and it was good to have Sean Hockley and his crew out here to be able to give some clarity, to really be able to officiate it the way that you know, we expect it to be officiated through our 17 games, and it's really important for us to tighten up the screws and be on the details, no matter how early or late in camp it is. You know, those are the things that we'll be better with tomorrow.
Sean, Jordan Fuller was saying that he's not where he wants to be, and a little bit mentally it's been challenging. Where do you want to see him by that over?
I think it's just him getting comfortable, but it hasn't looked that way to me. You know, I told him, I said, you know, I think you're just, you know, you want to be able to have a smart progression, but I thought he's moved around really well. He looks comfortable. I think sometimes it's just a matter of accumulating that experience where you can just really let it go and go trust it. But I'm not seeing, if you didn't know any better or you didn't talk to him, you know, the movement, the way that he's playing, I think he's doing a really good job. You know, those safeties as a whole have been outstanding throughout camp, Kirk, but I've been pleased with Jordan. I think that's just a credit to the standards that he has for himself. And then, you know, like anything else, you know, when you've been off for the amount of time that he has been, you're coming back from a lower extremity injury. You know, it takes some time for you to trust to let your body go. But I wouldn't know if, you know, you hadn't talked to him.
It sure seems like Bobby Wagner is making plays.
Yeah.
Are we reading that right?
He is, yeah. You know, he's very active. He's got great command and communication. And I think, you know, when you have the green dot, it's really important for you to have just a nice steady poise about yourself with the amount of different things that can take place, giving clarity to the other 10 guys and how that's echoed from the front to the back end. And, you know, this is what he's been doing for a really long period of time at a really high level. There might be some differences in what we're asking him to do, but like I've kind of said, football's football. Game makes sense. He's got a great presence out here and really enjoyed working with him so far.
What did you think about Durant's two interceptions?
I thought they were great. You know, those were really competitive plays. You know, one on down the field, we're in a man coverage. Then the other one, he's kind of slipping underneath on a seam as he's carrying it outside in. And so, he's got great ball skills. I thought those were two really big-time plays that Jacoby made today.
Would you say that he's learned really fast since he's been here, that he's a very fast learner?
I think so. He made some plays even in the spring that stood out where you can see he's a great competitor. Even when you watch his film, the way that he played against Clemson, he just got a nice, similar to what I was mentioning about DK the other day, he's just got a great play swagger. He's getting more and more comfortable. He's playing outside and inside, but he's getting a lot of work inside. And you can see, there's a lot of nuances that we ask of that star position, and he's getting more comfortable every day and making a lot of plays.
Couple more, guys.
You'd like to see him, obviously with the differentiation you guys have made in the past over the slot, between the slot and the star, you'd like to see him continue in the star role?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job. I mean, you can't have enough guys that have the ability to play inside and outside. And, when we're in some of our base defensive structures, Jordan, you're going to ask those guys to play outside. But, the more you can do, and so much of this league now, you're usually playing with 5 DB groupings. And so the more guys that can really play inside and outside, the better off you are. But there are definitely, especially with just the landscape of the league offensively, there's a lot of different things that you ask of, the guy that's playing that nickel spot, whether it's being in the run fit, playing different leverages based on man coverage, some of the different zone principles that we're playing. And so I've been really impressed. All of these guys are really quick studies. The game makes sense to all these young rookie DBs and really the rookie class in general. That was part of the reason that we really felt excited. But Jacoby stood out today. Thought the other day, you guys noticed DK made a bunch of plays. I'm seeing a lot of good things from Russ Yeast on the back end. And so guys are just accumulating good reps, and we're getting a lot of good work in a short amount of time. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sean.